Well, hey there, garbage lovers, and welcome to another trash talking episode of This Show Is Not Rubbish. Gosh, you know what? That was exhausting. I think I'm ready for a break. Let's cut straight to the thing in the bin and see what they have for us today. Oh, what a brilliant idea. Thanks, Thing. A cup of tea would be absolutely perfect right now. Plus, I reckon I can use a tea bag to do something pretty fascinating, fun, and fabulously uplifting. Let's brew ourselves a cuppa while diving into some trashy facts. The invention of the tea bag is believed to have been a wonderful, delicious accident. Just over 100 years ago, Thomas Sullivan, a purveyor of fine teas, packed up a whole stack of tea samples into little silk bags and then shipped those bags out to his clients who, rather than tipping out the tea, simply dunked the bags into hot water. And thus the tea bag was serendipitously born. But not all tea bags are made equal. Bags without a string and tag are made predominantly from paper, but with some plastic fibres also woven through. Why? To help seal them. When heated, the plastic fibres melt and join the edges together. Pyramid, or silken tea bags as they are often called, are not made from silk, but rather from plastic. These plastics include nylon and polyethylene terephthalate, as well as a plant-derived plastic called polylactic acid. However, this is the tea bag that we are focusing on today, a paper string and tag tea bag. Now, these are often made purely from paper of some kind, but not always. Sometimes they are threaded with plastic strands to help seal them and give them extra strength. If the bag is sealed by cotton or a staple, then it's probably plastic-free. Probably. According to Chinese mythology, the invention of tea, like the tea bag, was a wonderfully delicious accidental discovery. The legend tells of an ancient deity called Shennong, who was boiling a cauldron of water when burning leaves from a nearby bush landed in that water. He drank the result and voila, tea. Hi there. Sorry, you just caught me in the middle of a tea break. Back with you in a moment. And done. Let's science with a tea bag. Now for this demo, we only need the bag, not the tea inside the bag. So let's pour that out. Of course, there's no need to waste the tea itself. We can use an infuser to brew that up later. The next step is to turn this into a little tube. And now we're ready for launch. That's right. You see, in just a few short and simple steps, we've transformed our tea bag from a treat for the tongue into a fabulous little rocket. So let's blast off. How adorable is that? As the paper burns, it creates an area of hot air in and around the tube. As the molecules that make up this air heat up, they bounce around with more and more energy, taking up more and more space. As the molecules spread out, this hot air becomes less dense than the colder surrounding air where the molecules are packed closer together. As a result, the hot air becomes lighter than the denser surrounding air and will start to rise. As the paper burns down to ash, it gets lighter, eventually lifting up upon the hot, rising air. Hey, and guess what? I may have prepped a few more teabag rockets. Let's line them up and then launch them. Of course, if you'd like to try out this experiment at home or school, then you'll need one extra special ingredient, an adult, to supervise the science and make sure that everything is super safe. Fire should always be treated with caution and respect. Okay, here we go. So the great big really important question is, once you're done with your tea bag, into which bin should you slam dunk it? It's time to play a little game I like to call Which Bin? So our choices, as always, are a general curbside waste bin, a curbside recycling bin, a curbside green bin, or some other bin or place. Well, what do you reckon? Which bin should be the final resting place for our used tea bag? I'll give you a few moments to have a think. So have you thunk of an answer? Well, this one is a little tricky and advice differs from council to council, so it's best to check with yours. But for the most part, the correct choice here is your green bin. However, there's a range of things that your council might ask you to check or do. They could simply ask you to chuck the whole thing in, ask you to remove the staple if the bag has been sealed with one, and also possibly remove the tag and then drop the bag into your green bin. They might ask you to check to make sure that your paper tea bag contains no plastic and is absolutely definitely compost friendly. Or their advice might be to just chuck in the tea leaves and not the bag itself. Most councils around Australia will accept food waste in their green curbside bins, so at the very least, you should be able to empty your bags and dispose of the tea leaves in this way. Or you can throw used paper tea bags into a home compost bin or worm farm. And now, I am absolutely ready for my second cuppa. There's just one thing missing. Ta-da! Tea and scones? Perfect! Thing, you are a little legend. Oh. Recycling and waste management are evolving sciences, and rules vary from country to country, city to city, and council to council. Always check with your local council as to what thing should go into which bin. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and then head over to our website and social media pages for more garbagey goodness.